So there's something that can really, really hurt a creative person, and it's the danger of comparison. Hey, it's Kevin with Kolbe Creative Media, and this is another episode of my ongoing video podcast series, Creative Dude Talk, or you can say it however you want, but I want to talk about something that is very easy to do for creatives, and that's compare yourself with somebody else. I've been there, I've compared that, and here's why it's a danger. Well, let me share a quote with you I read that I actually saw shared on Twitter. I think it was from a guy named John Acuff, but it said, never compare your it goes, might be great if I got it right. Never compare your beginnings with somebody else's middle. Now think about that. It's easy to look at somebody like, say, Gary Vaynerchuk, highly successful, probably extremely wealthy guy. He creates, he runs a business, he's got a great story about how he started. But if you look at him right now, like for example, I've heard he has 15 people on staff that just follow him around to take care of his personal branding. I don't know if that's true. I wouldn't doubt it if you see the amount of content he puts out. But if you look at him today, that's not how he started. I mean, if you actually, and he's done videos on this, on how he started. You know, his parents were immigrants. They didn't have a lot of money. They created a shop. Well, you can, if you're on YouTube, I'll try and find the link to that video and put it in the description because it's a really good story. But my point is, it's easy to look at where he is now, where other creatives, I don't care in what field, it can be music, it can be movies, it can be television, it can be writing, it can be whatever career. You look at that and you say, well, dang, I'm not as good as that. Well, maybe you're not, but if you're beginning, then it's hard to compare yourself with somebody that's already been doing it a long time and maybe has reached success on whatever level you judge success on. And I honestly think success can be judged on completely different levels for different people, but that's probably another video podcast. But it is absolutely a killer if you're trying to create and you're starting out and you're learning, or you've been doing it a while and struggling. If you keep looking at other people's successes, where they are in their middle, as John Acuff says, and go, well, I'm not as good as that. Well, you know what? If you probably looked at Steven Spielberg's first short film he did compared to the last thing he did, even Steven would tell you if we went back in time, well, I can't ever be that Steven. But I'm telling you, it can absolutely be a killer to the creative process. Now, I think there's a difference with being a fan of, like I'm a fan of Christopher Nolan. I'm a fan of Toby Mac. I'm a fan of different people and different genres and different media. Even on YouTube, I'm a fan of Casey Neistat. But there's a difference in being a fan and trying to emulate that and then trying to compare yourself to that. Again, this is probably a whole other video podcast, but that's why I absolutely hate the videos that say how to edit like so-and-so, how to shoot a video like so-and-so. Forget that. I think it's good to learn from them, but if you're trying to compare it and do that, so I want this to really be encouraging to you on wherever you are on your creative journey, and it is a journey. Don't beat yourself up and compare what you're doing now to somebody else and to their work. God's given us all different gifts. Even if we have some of the same similar gifts, we have them in different ways to do different things. Comparing yourself to somebody else can be an absolute creative killer. So stop it. Don't do that. Always be learning and always be willing to grow. But again, to quote John Acuff, never compare your beginnings to somebody else's middle. I'm telling you, it'll just be a killer, a creative killer. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'd love to hear what you've struggled with. And I think if you're a creative like me and you're honest, you've struggled with this. But there is hope, and we can help each other. I'd love to hear your thoughts wherever you're watching this, wherever I share it on. I'm all over social media. I love hanging out there. I'm usually at Kevin Kolbe Dude. You can find out more about me at kevinkolbe.com, or if you even want help with video marketing and whether you're a small business or a nonprofit or just another creative, I'd love to connect. Anyway, sorry, I'm doing this and driving safely. But thank you for watching, and I'd love to hear from you. Have a great today.